Branden here, and time for the episode of Branden's Boy Problems. So, Valentine's Day this year was pretty much non-existent. I had plans with a guy. I spent it in Chicago, and I love Chicago. It's one of my favorite cities. I have lots of friends there. I have guys I've been involved with there, so I love Chicago. So I was so excited to spend Valentine's Day there. And my plans got canceled because the guy I was so suspended with, who we aren't like dating or anything, but we've kind of like hung out and gone on dates in like multiple cities. Like I saw him when I was in Chicago, he saw me when he was in Philly, so we have like a good relationship, and I kind of just thought it'd be cool to spend Valentine's Day together, even though now this is like a big disaster. And I learned my lesson that do not try to spend Valentine's Day with someone that you're not in a relationship with. I kind of just feel like it's not worth it to, I guess, just not be alone, because he ended up canceling because he had to work, but we did go out the next day, which is Side Chick Appreciation Day, and I kind of wondered if he like bumped me from like Valentine's Day to Side Chick Appreciation Day, because he like kind of hinted he might have been seeing other people, but he swore he had to work, so I choose to believe him. And then we had a nice brunch on Side Chick Appreciation Day, but honestly, I just feel like my lesson is learned that unless I'm in a relationship, there's no point trying to spend Valentine's Day with anyone, since I had an amazing Valentine's Day 2 years ago. That's pretty much the only time I ever had a Valentine, since that's the only time I was in a relationship on Valentine's Day. So that was like Miami vacation Valentine's Day was so perfect. Like that was the best vacation I ever had with my ex. And I kind of just feel like moving forward, if I'm single, I'm not going to try to spend Valentine's Day with anyone. I'm just going to enjoy my singledom, have fun, do whatever I want. Like, it's no big deal. I'm not going to try to force anything, because it's like, there's really just no point, because it's like, people aren't really going to put in the effort unless you're actually in a relationship with them. So I just feel like it's so easy for people to like flake or cancel, because it's like, they don't really care if you're not officially together. So lesson learned. I mean, I still had a great Side Chick Appreciation Day brunch with him, and we went out for coffee, so that was cute, even though I did spend a lot of my time really in side chick mode, since another guy I see in Chicago, that probably has been like the only guy I've really had feelings for since my breakup. He does have a boyfriend, but they're open now, but they weren't when we first got together. So I was excited to see him again. And we did see each other during this time in Chicago and had a great time. I loved it. I enjoyed it. First night I got there, we hung out, even though I did get to meet his boyfriend, which is a little awkward for me. So it's like hooking up with so many guys in relationships. I've never actually like hung out with them with their boyfriend. So that's just a little more awkward in a situation I've just never really been in, especially since he kind of made me swear to secrecy to like never say a word to the boyfriends. I'm just kind of like, okay. Even though I don't like to lie, I hate lying, so I kind of just felt like hopefully the boyfriend just won't ask me if I ever fuck this man, so I don't ever have to lie about it. So thankfully that didn't happen, but it was cool, and we did have a date night later in the week, just the two of us, so I appreciated that time and effort since we did spend time together. It's just the whole secrecy thing, though I guess I've never really had an issue with that. It's just awkward, I guess. It's different when you're just hooking up with someone in a relationship, but it's also a much different situation when you finally caught feelings for this person, and it's kind of just like, you can't be together because there was somebody else, but it's kind of like, all the problems in that relationship, and it's just kind of like, how long are you gonna let this play out? And then it's also like, we're long distance, so it's not like we're gonna be together anyway. And yeah, there's just like a lot of factors, but it definitely was like a very side chick in Chicago trip. Real Side Chicks of Chicago, new show idea. But yeah, it was just very scandalous, but also like I enjoyed myself, had a great time. I mean, the guys still put in the effort to see me during my time in their city. It's just like not getting exactly what I was expecting or hoping for, but also that is the life of being a mistress. It's just constant disappointment. So definitely not what I want my forever situation to be, but I also feel like I'm not trying to be in a relationship with anyone anytime soon. So I'm just having fun doing what I like, doing what I love. It's just a very messy situation to be in when you have feelings for someone else's boyfriend, and also it's like, it's not like unrequited, because it's like you still get them, just you don't get all of them. But I mean, obviously that's how being a mistress, side chick, whatever works. Like, you're never gonna get like the full package, the full person, and it's just very extra complicated when it's like they aren't breaking up, you're still here. And then it's even more complicated, I feel like, when it's an open relationship, because it kind of just feels like you can do more stuff together openly, but you still aren't getting the full 100% package. So it kind of, it's more of like a bigger tease when you are like in an open relationship and you are dating someone that isn't in an open relationship, because it's like, at least, you know, if you're like a side chick, secret mistress, it's like you kind of know your place better. Like, you know the boundaries, you know what you can and you can't do, you know what is allowed, what isn't allowed. But when it's open, I mean, of course, open relationships still have rules, but it's also just kind of more ambiguous because they get to set the rules for whatever they want in their relationship. But it's also just like, we can do this, but we can't do that. And it's just very much like, I want it all. Like, I don't like being limited, especially in my relationship with someone I care about. But it's all just a very complicated situation, but we shall see how things play out in the future. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Branden's Boy Problems.